Shani, hello. It's so good to see you once more again, and welcome to Plated by V. On today's episode, this one particularly, we are going to do the how-to series. So we're going to have a how-to series, like going back to the basics. I've been having requests from friends asking me, V, how do you make uPhuthu? How do you pop popcorn without wasting so many kernels? How do you cook brown rice, and how do you cook white rice, and so forth and so forth on. So we are going to go back to the basics, and I'm even going to teach you how to make mabele porridge, like sorghum porridge. We're going to go back to that very basic. So on today's episode, we're going to be showing you, or I'm going to be showing you, how to make uPhuthu, better known as Krummelpap in English. Enjoy. So when it comes to uPhuthu, Krummelpap, just a few tips. You need to make sure that your water is boiling vigorously before you put your maize meal in the pot. And also, because of the size of my pot, it's not really that big, I'm going to be using a fork to separate it while I'll illustrate it in the video, see what I mean. And then another thing with uPhuthu is that you can't really cheat the process. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. I had a client who ordered uPhuthu, and I thought that I could just quicken the process, make it in 10 minutes, and then like toss it in the microwave. It didn't work. It tasted like toasted maize meal and cooked, like half cooked, not cooked. So trust me, you don't want to go that route. So it takes about 30 to 40 minutes just to get it right, nice and fluffy. And normally people eat it with milk. I know my KZN people love it with the gravy and chicken and all the nice things, but I prefer it with milk. So let's get to it. So the only part of this meal that I can actually control is making sure that I use boiling water so that it just, quickens the process. So when I take my boiling water now and just add it to the pot. And so another trick with uPhuthu is that you don't want to add a lot of water like we do when we're cooking pap. So you just want to add kancane, maybe like, I don't know how to measure it, but literally like, you'll see it now. I won't fill up the whole pot. So for what I'm making, that's pretty much enough. So I'm going to close the pot now. I'm going to switch on my stove, put it at 6 just to hasten the boiling process of the water. Once the water starts boiling, I'm going to lower my heat. So after 5 minutes or so, your water should start boiling rapidly. Like I said. So once you see that, so you need to like quickly add the maize meal to the water mix. And as you're adding, like literally, and you need to add your maize meal until like the softness, like the liquid part of the water is like turning to that. So, and don't forget to lower your heat because you are gonna fight with the maize meal. I'm gonna put that on 3 for now. I'm going to bring it back to 4 later on. So you can add more. Yeah. So you want to get it to this point. Make sure you have the maize meal mixing in with all the wet parts of the mixture. Literally get in there. So you make sure you get rid of all the big lumps with the fork. So my sister taught me, she was the first person to teach me how to cook this, and she is my little sister, and so she was basically the first person between her and I to figure this meal out. And I enjoy it thoroughly with fresh milk, and she loves it with amasi. I don't know whether she adds sugar or not. That's a conversation for another day. Okay, so I've got it to the size that I desire. It's not too fine, it's not too big as well, the little bodies. So I'm going to leave this here, and I'm literally going to allow it to cook. And I'm going to close the lid of my pot, and then just wait for it to be ready. Back at 4. So it's been 15 minutes So I need to check it and just take my fork again and like literally just turn it over and just make sure everything is going a-okay in this part of mine. And then this is also the point where you can also kind of like make the big lumps that are still soft smaller if you like. It will just make the cooking process a little bit quicker. I don't promise any 10 minutes saving though. So you see that it's coming out nice and crumbly. And you also want to make sure that when you're done cooking the uPhuthu, that all the little white flakes of maize meal have kind of like disappeared, or there's just a little bit of it left. Because if it's a lot, it's also a sign that it's not cooked yet. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see there, but mine here is quite a lot. So I need to just close it in for another 15 minutes. And then everything should be a-okay. Yeah, it's coming around nicely. Nice and fluffy. Okay. So right now, my stove is on 3. So I'm gonna close it in again and I'm gonna check it in 15 minutes once again. Cool. So this is 15 minutes, another 15 minutes that has passed, and you should start smelling like a certain smell, like cooked Krummelpap. And as you can see, nice and fluffy. I'm looking for the little white grits of maize meal. I'm not finding them. So it means my uPhuthu is ready to be served. So what you do now is basically switch off your stove. I'm just gonna switch off my stove now because we are done. I'm gonna switch off the stove and then I'm gonna leave it in for an extra 5 to 7 minutes in the pot. Let's get it all in there. Yeah, that looks pretty much like uPhuthu. So wherever you are, get your milk, get your gravy, amasi, sugar or no sugar, ready. Okay, cool. So it's after that 5 minutes. My uPhuthu smells good. It looks good. White and fluffy. The clumps are not sticking together, so that's also a good sign. Okay. Just move it to the side. Put that there. And serve it. Ugh, so yummy. Okay, so as you can see, it's separating pretty nicely. Haven't burnt anything. I don't see any brown bolikies. Everything seems to be white and nice. So yeah, you can see that. It's beautiful. So I'm gonna have this with milk. My KZN people, you can have it with gravy, chicken, whatever you like. For the vegans, you can have it with vegan milk. I love uPhuthu, and my sister was craving it the other day. So hopefully you've learned how to make uPhuthu.